Guys, it's Jim here, and today is episode number 6 of Would I Rebuy This Guitar? And the guitar in question, it's a rare one. It's a Gibson Goddess. And the reason that we got this guitar was because my ex-girlfriend, well, she was my girlfriend at the time, she was starting to really get into guitar, but she didn't like heavy guitars, but she was kind of cool. She liked really like heavy rock music and stuff like that, and she wanted a Les Paul style guitar. And when we saw that, she immediately fell in love with it. So, we bought it. But I have to say, I remember demoing that guitar into a tiny Terror amp in the store and being absolutely blown away. Because I didn't expect it to sound like a normal Les Paul for whatever reason. Maybe it was the fact that it was that really pretty finish, or the pickups had, those little blue things in it. It doesn't look very imposing when you really look at it in person. It looks like a very pretty guitar, and I like pretty guitars, but I didn't think it was going to have the balls it did. And needless to say, I was extremely impressed. It was a very, very, very light guitar. I liked it a lot, and I played it probably on 3 or 4 records actually. It's kind of scattered around, but I actually found myself favoring that over a Les Paul Studio with an ebony board that I also had at the time. Another thing that was different on that guitar compared to a normal Les Paul that I found interesting was the actual tailpiece. It was just the one tailpiece. There wasn't an actual, like an ABR1 style bridge on it, so it goes right through and then right up. And I think that might have something to do with why the tension felt really, really loose. The only guitar that's a Gibson that I ever felt that was similar would be my 339. And, that's a big thing to me. I don't like when a guitar feels sloppy. I play in E-flat, but when a guitar has a little bit more play in the strings, I tend to prefer that. And that guitar was fantastic. Now, I didn't actually sell that guitar. She actually took that guitar. When we broke up, I said, you can have it. And that was the end of that. And it's not like the other guitars that I talk about on these. This is the only one that was ever like that. But normally I'll sell the guitar because I get tired of it, this, that, and the other. I never actually got tired of that guitar. And for a few years, I started to look for them, but I saw how much money they were. And they're really hard to come by. I think if you can find one for $2,000, you'd be extremely lucky. Now, the most popular finishes on those are the blue, like we had, and the purple. And I don't think I've seen the purple version of the Les Paul come up for sale in the last 6 months period. I mean, I don't check for it every day, but it's a guitar that I have a renewed interest in because I would love to buy one for my daughter. And I think it's a very underrated instrument. I think it's very easy to play. I think that Gibson's marketing, I think they kind of got it wrong, just kind of having it tend to female players, because it was a great guitar. I think that in the black finish, if, it wasn't labeled as a Goddess and it didn't have all of that marketing basically aimed directly at younger girls, I think the guitar might have done better. And I know that they've tried to kind of implement a modern thing with it, with Epiphone, with the Muse guitars. And, that's good, and the price is okay, I guess. I think the prices are just going haywire with everything, but that's a whole nother story. However, that being said, I think Gibson's really missing an opportunity in the market with their mainline brand to offer something like this to people. I think another thing that really caught my eye to this is because Les Pauls, you don't really find kind of one-off custom colors. I mean, in the early Robot days, I think it was 2006 to around 2009, those came in. Actually, that blue was one of the colors that could come in. They had cool greens, cool purples. They had all these really unique finishes, and that was very unlike Gibson, unless you were going to be spending a ton of money in the custom shop. And I think part of their brand legacy is they kind of don't want to go in that direction. That's why it's a little bit harder to find those kind of unique, cool finishes, as opposed to Fender, where that's their cash cow, is being able to offer these really rare and bright and different colors. And I think Gibson, I don't know what they're thinking, actually. I don't. Maybe, like I said, maybe they are just trying to stay really true to their brand and their designs for their core line as far as colors go. But that guitar was really, really good. And to answer the question bluntly, would I rebuy this guitar? Absolutely. I think I would pay up to $2,000 for it. Maybe a little bit more if it was mint, but the prices there, they are what they are. And with that guitar, I can actually understand it because they're so rare. And if you can find one of the purple ones or one of the blue ones, $2,000, even if you just want to buy something, hold on to it, the value is gonna keep going up on these things. They're very highly sought after guitars. They're very uncommon guitars. But the most important thing to me is they are very, very good guitars. I would absolutely recommend one of those. As far as cons for the guitar, I can't think of one. I mean, if you didn't like that kind of finish, then that would be probably the only one. I liked everything else. The more I think about it, that was kind of like my prototypical Les Paul in a few ways, because I wanted something light. I wanted something easy to play with a 60 slim taper neck. I wanted something that would have balls and just rock out. And that guitar, that was it. And like I said, I was with my ex-girlfriend now. I'm not sure if she still has it to this day. I haven't talked to her in years. But I know that she was playing for a while, and good on her. I hope she didn't get rid of it, because it's a really unique and one-of-a-kind instrument. So that's going to wrap things up for today, you guys. Leave me a like if you like what I am doing. Comment, let me know if you have any experience with these guitars, or if they interest you, or if kind of the marketing worked against you in a sense, and you never really thought about them because of that. Subscribe if you have not. And don't worry, we'll be back again tomorrow with another guitar video. I got a few more demos coming up this week I'm pretty excited about. Until then, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Take care.